let's keep this show on the road. Coming up on stage, relative newcomer to the last comic standing mythos. Give it up for Aiden Ryan!
Thank you. I'll just shut the fuck up. Okay, let's be honest, none of you actually give a shit about what's going on up here. I mean, half of you think this is just another part of the registration line. And the other half of you are having flashbacks to the registration line. I don't care what the rules say, my waifu gets a badge too. You know, but I'm in a good mood. Yeah, I'm in a good mood, you know. I finally get to perform out here in Los Angeles, which is a full 20 miles from my house. But you know, fuck it, LA is just great because nowhere else in the world are you gonna find a better pool of batshit crazy than in Los Angeles. I mean, I want you to think about this. I mean, right here we got the film industry, right next door we got the porn industry. Somewhere in the middle there is a valley of daddy issues. But you know, I actually have this story to tell, and it's basically my details of why LA is fucking insane. So, me and a couple friends one time went to Little Tokyo, because we're nerds like that. And as we're walking through Little Tokyo, we see this woman, and she's obviously homeless. She looks like fucking Madame Zeroni from Holes. And I think she's just gonna walk around the entire time going, if only the woodpecker size there. You get the point. But instead of doing that, here's what she does. She's just over here, and then she just makes a fucking beeline over to me, grabs me by the shoulder and goes, Bible, $26, and then just walks the fuck away. I only had two questions in my head. One, what the fuck was she selling? And two, is $26 too high or too low of a price? You know, I shouldn't make fun of homeless people, you know, even though they are God's punchline. And by punchline, I mean that he basically metaphorically punched them in the face. But you know, I'm just trying to get better, you know. I'm eating healthier, I'm working at charity events, I stopped kicking kindergartners down stairwells. I actually did try to start a charity once, and it was actually a Pokemon charity. You know, it was a Pokemon healthcare charity, and I was doing it until I fucking realized that the Pokemon healthcare system is probably the greatest healthcare system that anybody could ever imagine. It's so good, it actually can't exist. I want you to think about this. There is no line. It is free. Every visit is 30 seconds. There is a 100% success rate. There is a hospital in every fucking town. And as far as we know, there is no taxing to fund it. You know what? Fuck Canada. I'm moving to Kanto. Though, actually, that might not be such a good idea, because while the healthcare is great, the gym memberships fucking suck. Okay, so I got just one question out for the entire audience. Who here is this their first Anime Expo? Alright. Well, personally, I feel like it's my civic duty to kind of give a warning to all the new people about a certain subject, and it's a subject that I hold very near and dear to my heart, and that subject is weeaboos. For those of you who don't know, a weeaboo is basically a person that Japan needs a restraining order against. They love Japan, but they don't know fucking shit about it. Basically, they found the closest thing to a loving form of racism. Now, I know you got two questions buzzing through your head right now. Number one is, what's the difference between a weeaboo and an otaku? Well, an otaku likes Japan as a friend. A weeaboo has tied up Japan in their basement after seeing them one time. And question number two that all of you are asking yourselves is, am I a weeaboo? Yeah, probably. But I decided to come up with a little test, and this test is inspired by Mr. Jeff Foxworthy. This is, you might be a weeaboo. You might be a weeaboo if you've ever listened to Avril Lavigne's Hello Kitty on repeat. Actually, just fuck it. You might be a weeaboo if you're Avril Lavigne. You might be a weeaboo if you actually cannot get through a sentence without inserting a kawaii, a desu, or ending a word with a doo-doo. You might be a weeaboo if at least 5 of your Facebook profile pictures have a neon background and have kanji and cats all over them. Speaking of Facebook, you might be a weeaboo if your name on Facebook is something Japanese and you're white. You might be a weeaboo if the largest playlist on your iTunes is simply titled Miku-san. You might be a weeaboo if you've ever referred to your penis as the Sailor Scout. You might be a weeaboo if you physically cannot take a picture without doing this. You might be a weeaboo if you lost your virginity to a Hatsune Miku body pillow. Decided to do a callback to the waifu earlier. You might be a weeaboo if your favorite anime is Avatar: The Last Airbender. You might be a weeaboo if it is your lifelong dream to move to Japan and become a high school teacher. Actually, okay, sorry, I got one more. And this is the best one because I actually know someone who fucking did this, and this is the gold medal. You are definitely a weeaboo if you have been expelled from your college for harassing a 16-year-old Japanese girl. You don't even know the worst part. He's the one who wants to be a high school teacher in Japan. Thank you very much.
All right, Gabe. What do you think this year of this man here?
I think towards the beginning there was a little lack of like punchlines and more just like talking or something to listen cheers. But the Jeff Foxworthy bit is obviously really great. List jokes are great. Punchlines, like quick punchlines that are great. I thought that was good. My only criticism would be Paul. Do you have something to say?
Yeah. Exactly what you just did. Just a long lead-in with nothing at the end. Because the beginning was like, it felt like a long lead-in of jokes. It was still good. But I wanted to see more punchline before you went into the Foxworthy, because I felt like I was waiting for something to happen for the longest time, and it ended big, which is great. But that was my only issue. Was like it was like a lead in here. Okay, there's a Foxworthy. Okay, awesome, that was great. That's what I wanted to see. Great, good stuff.
By the way, I am a weeaboo based on one of those. I'm fucked too. Yeah, it was a strictly me and Avril Lavigne. That was it. You guys are all safe.
Yeah, kind of a slow start. You know, a couple of jokes about LA, that's cool. But the weeaboo jokes, really strong. You know, it takes an audience. They have to be really funny for, you know, the people that it's kind of targeted to laugh at it. But for the most part, it went over really well. And anything that didn't go over really well, really hit home. So good job.
Dolly?
I thought it was really strong. I really enjoyed it. You started off with really general jokes about like LA. I totally relate to that because I'm on the street every day and there's some crazy shit happens every day. But then like you started getting to the weeaboo jokes and like the other stuff. I really enjoyed it. It was really funny. Great job.